What's good, people? What is good? Script number 2 for the night, because I'll probably be busy doing random crap tomorrow and like over the next few days. Like I don't my posting was gonna be way more sporadic, so I'll probably record multiple videos at once for sometimes in the future. Starting today. So in this one I'm gonna talk about the MGTOW subreddits ban and like the ostracization of men for some reason from society. Like, I know we discussed that a lot, but like the reason I say it that way with that tone of voice is because it still kind of surprises me, honestly. And I can't believe it's like really been going for this long. And I really don't know the purpose of this kind of thing. And then also, like, what do they think the end of this is gonna be? Like, that just really still doesn't make sense to me. But here we are, and here we are building different stuff, so it is what it is. And I'll probably put a TI quote, TIP the rapper, I'll probably put a quote like that in the title, because I kind of like, I'll throw in some cool stuff here and there, but yeah. So let's just get into the video. One of my buddies, shout out to Intellectual Quasar, formerly known as Morphed Gamer. He told me yesterday about the beginning of the two MGTOW, or about the banning of the two MGTOW subreddits on Reddit the other day. I believe Better Bachelor also came out with a video addressing this topic. So I haven't watched it yet personally, but you guys definitely watch that one. And tune in to hear his perspective on this, because as you guys probably know, like Better Bachelor is a legend, like among like in this area of the manosphere. So personally, I do not frequent Reddit anymore, but this is a website that I used to go to like literally all of the time, basically from like high school to kind of early college. I went on Reddit basically a bunch. Like that was my initial period of like understanding society and like where we were going and all that stuff. Yeah, so I just remember like spending a bunch of time on Reddit back in the day. And I went on for a discussion of a whole host of topics, from current events to more personal things, and I'm pretty sure you guys did the same and like maybe are doing the same currently. The funny thing, I actually never went on the MGTOW subreddit during my Reddit frequenting days. I didn't really know much about this whole kind of movement and or philosophy. It's not a movement, it's a philosophy, etc. Like whatever you guys want to say. I didn't know about this whole philosophy officially until last year, but I've technically been MGTOW for a long time. Even back when I was going on Reddit, I was kind of MGTOW. But I just didn't have the name for it. I didn't even know it was like a thing, really, to be 100% honest. Like I was just living my life, basically. But technically, I guess I was kind of a MGTOW. So I never really went on the MGTOW subreddit, so I can't really necessarily inform you guys of like the evolution of the subreddits that they banned or anything like that. Maybe it got to a point where it was like crazy vulgar and toxic. I'm honestly not sure about what happened and why they banned it. But my buddy, Morphed Gamer, he told me that the discussion wasn't really that bad. And honestly, it probably wasn't from a man's perspective though, right? Like male spaces, right? Sailors' mouths, what are the colloquial terms you've often heard about when like men get together and talk? Like you've heard like sailors' mouths, man caves, etc. All those things where like men get together and talk. Like there's a reason why men tend to leave the women and children when they want to talk amongst themselves. Like, I mean, it's just like, come on. Everybody does it. Kids, when they want to talk amongst themselves, they leave the parents. Or like the grown-ups. I look at the whole frickin' show of Rugrats, right? There's a whole show about that. Women talk amongst themselves, and they, like, when they want to talk about certain things, they leave the men. And then men, when they want to talk about certain things, they leave the women and children. Like, and then they say what they want to say. Like, it's a male space. Like, it just is what it is. And it's getting banned. Like, I still don't understand that. But from a man's perspective, the discussion probably really wasn't bad. Just is what it is. But I think this event is a microcosm of what's occurring in our own societies at large, around the world in general. And I still can't believe it's happening in so many places. This dude from Australia, I was like, he left a comment and I messaged him back, and we were just talking about, like, he had AU at the end of his comment, and I was like, what does AU stand for? Does it mean gold? And then he's like, no, like, it means I'm from Australia. And, like, his first comment was like, it's a trend going on everywhere. And I was like, yeah, like, I just said yeah, because, I mean, I know it's a trend going on everywhere. And then he had AU at the end of his name. Like, and then he's like, it shows that I'm from Australia. And then I really realized, I'm like, huh. Like, so it really is, like, it just made me think, like, it literally really is a trend everywhere. Like, to the point where some dude all the way across the world in Australia, which Australia has like 18% people vaccinated against COVID. Like, I just thought that statistic was funny. I don't know if those are exact numbers, but that's what I heard, and that's nuts. But just some dude, even from Australia, was like viewing my video that I released from here in like Sacramento, California, as you can see from like the location stamp under my video, like under like the video screen on the channel. Like, literally just think, like, that's crazy. He's like, I'm from Australia. I'm just like, whoa, okay. That's... And then we were just having we had a short conversation about it. I'm just like, wow, MGTOW really is just literally... Like, I mean, this phenomenon is, you know, like, it's happening in societies around the world in general. And MGTOW is, like, a response to that. Like, this weird thing of just, like, cutting off, like, not even cutting off, but like, I don't even know how to describe it, like, disregarding, like, male opinions and not even letting them talk amongst themselves. Like, it's one thing to not let their opinions get out, but then if you don't even let them talk amongst themselves, like, dude, that's, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say to that. But it seems like men are getting excommunicated from many areas of society. And it's just obvious at this point. It's kind of getting annoying, kind of like I described, like I was saying. Even when men make their own spaces on websites like Reddit, which mostly men visit that site. Like, mostly men go on Reddit. I remember even back when I was early in college, chicks laughed at me for going on Reddit. Like, it's just mostly dudes go on Reddit, just period. So mostly men visit that site anyway to begin with, and they end up getting banned. Does that make sense to you? Like, this is nuts to me, as you guys can obviously tell from, like, the way that I'm talking about it. Like, it's nuts to me. I wonder if they're looking at subreddits, like black pill content or anything like that. For some reason, it appears that society would rather see men miserable than even just accepting them going their own way. Like, think about that. I'm gonna make a full video on that phenomenon because it's just something I've been noticing over and over again. They'd rather see men miserable than see them go their own way. Like, and you guys, I just laugh when all these people say, like, oh, MGTOW, it's a cope. The reality is, like, no one cares if you go your own way, etc., etc. Like, I just laugh when I hear that. Because the thing is, like, we don't care either. Like, that's why we, like, went our own way in the first place. But you're seeing these things get banned, and, like, the shaming language, and just the weirdness of the situation, and you're like, okay, but I thought no one cared. Like, it doesn't add up. Doesn't add up at all. Even when I go out and walk around and I don't give chicks attention, they get annoyed. What? I literally don't know these. Like, I don't know these women. Like, other than the fact that they go to the same grocery store as me, I don't know these chicks. Like, why? Like, am I obligated to give attention? Like, just try. Like, on it, when people say that people don't care, I mean, come on. That, like, just, it's hard to believe that. Like, it's really hard to. Like, I kind of laugh when I hear that kind of thing. And I still get comments on my videos saying stuff like that. I just, like, I can't say that I agree with that. Like, it's just not what I've seen. And it's not what we're seeing in terms of them banning content from the internet. Like, male spaces from the internet. It's just not what we're seeing. But I just say we keep building our own shit. Like, the more men that get ostracized, the more manpower and desire that we have on our side. Our society doesn't realize the beast that they're in the process of creating. And if anything, don't tell them. Like, just let them get surprised when they see the result. And remember, exponential, like, we're in an era of exponential growth, so, like, let them get surprised when they see that result. Like, I mean, the thing is, even we'll be surprised when we see the result. Like, so I would just say keep going and building your own shit, man. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. So peace out to you guys. Stay up, stay healthy, and I mean, continue the silent revolution. The silent revolution. I'll say that again, because that's what it seems to be. Like, the silent revolution of, like, so, I mean, I'll just leave it there. The silent revolution. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.